Jim, did you have issues with the soil? We're known for having a lot of clay, swelling bentonite here. What kind of issues and how did you deal with, considering the soil out here isn't ideal for building?
That's a very interesting question. Without bentonite, we would never have been able to build the Mission Viejo Dam. The core of the dam is bentonite, believe it or not. When I moved here, I bought a home in Ken Carroll with McAllen. And we flipped a coin as to who's going to take that house, and I've got the one about a block away. He ended up with about, I'm thinking $50,000 or $70,000 of redoing of the house because of the bentonite. You couldn't get in the basement, the floor rose up so high. I had some issues on my street, which was a couple over. We did have some issues, I think, on one of our projects here with some bentonite problems. It's a terrible thing, you know, it's got its purposes, its uses, and it can be a killer too. And we always try to make our soils people, you know, we really didn't have to make them cognizant of the importance of it, but it's a big issue, particularly west of here. You can go on some of those streets that they built years ago, and it just
My first house was in Westridge, and all the houses there seemed to have everything, of course, when the builders would build, were up high, sloping rapidly away, French drains around the property, sump pumps, the whole thing, because you were either in all sand or you were in bentonite, one of the two.
Is that a question?
Well, that's more of a statement than anything.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
it's a story.
I have a house in Eastridge now, and that's in bentonite. And the home that I had in Westridge, ironically, was all sand. Just 8 miles apart, but very different soil conditions.
Yes, it is. And I know that we have tried to make sure that our soils people, you know, really hit that issue hard. But somebody sued us not too long, well, years ago, and they won. And because they thought that our engineering was bad. Well, I don't do the engineering, you don't do the engineering, you know, the soils people do, but we got slugged with it. It's a big issue.